Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Neruel. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. It's your brother Kazak Tazabah coming at you once again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. All right, so I came across this here article, all right, and it says from RT News, it says worst financial crash in history coming this summer. Economist says Harry Dent predicts the biggest economic meltdown in our lifetime. Okay, so these are people, these are insiders, these are people that are, typically in the know as far as the decline, okay, or the progressive state, the digressive state of the world, of the nation's economy. Okay, they do a lot of investments. Okay, deal with charts, technical analysis and things of that nature, to where they use patterns, okay, to determine the potential outcome of the economy, okay, by way of stocks, all right, the stock market, foreign exchange, et cetera, okay. So these people have somewhat of knowledge of what's going to happen this summer, and here they're saying, they're predicting that the worst financial crash in history is going to be happening this summer, okay. And we, through the spirit, believe that once this Fed now hits, okay, and Fed now acts as a filter, okay. If you were to, for instance, buy off of eBay or Walmart, the Walmart app, or Amazon, okay, when you make your purchase, it goes through the Fed Now system, okay, to where they have access to all your purchases and your banking information. And then, through like third party, they and then it goes to whatever platform that you want to purchase, and then the purchase is made, and then from that department or wherever business, it'll get delivered or shipped to you. Okay, that's just a little example as to how FedNow is going to work, which in other words, they're just going to be able to track you. Okay, it says Henry Dent predicts the biggest economic meltdown in our lifetime. A major financial crash will likely hit by mid-June. All right, and that's when they're predicting it's supposed that it should happen. Okay, now, that's not to say that it can happen sooner, or that it can't happen, after, later. All right, because Fed Now is to be implemented come July. All right, so it's all leading up to the financial crash. Okay, it's all leading up to the riots. Okay, and things of that nature. Okay, where it's going to cause people to lose it and bug out. All right, looting. Second Ezra 15th chapter. Okay, it says Henry Dent, economist and author of several best-selling books, told the David Lynn report last week. Dent, who has a history of making controversial predictions, believes that the current market bubble will burst and result in a financial meltdown. Okay, because you also have to think about the national debt ceiling is limited. They've hit the debt ceiling. They can't regain itself. The nation cannot regain itself after all the debt that it's accrued. Okay, and they pretty much have run out of money. Okay, so essentially, the come June, I believe, was when the debt ceiling limit is the deadline. Okay, because they didn't raise it any higher. All right, come June is the deadline. All right, which in other words means that they're going to start. You see what's going on in France, where they're up in the age for being able to, extract from your retirement. Okay, these people, they're going to be pulling from people's retirement, their Social Security. Okay, their investments and things of that nature just to pay off their debt. Okay, so what do you think that's going to cause? It's going to cause a lot of people to lose their minds, okay, and retaliate. You see, it all makes sense. And as soon as, and this is all predictive programming, man. This is all part of their plan the entire time. Okay, as soon as the nation's debt limit deadline comes, June, the month later, here comes the Fed now. Okay, so the last bit of money that you do have is going to have to go through this federal, this Fed now CBDC. You see, and soon thereafter, think about it. Soon thereafter, with all these riots and people looting and people, going on strike, not showing up to work. Okay, what is that? What are they going to do? Implement martial law. Okay, and with martial law comes, people being confined to their homes, not being able to go no place. All right. And if you're caught out after a certain time, you be locked up. Okay. And people going to be, and then they're going to cause what is the saying is, cause, action, solution, or something like that. They cause a scenario, they get the reaction of the people, and then they come with their own solution. Okay, and their solution is going to be of the charagma. All right. It says, Dent, who has a history of making controversial predictions, believes that the current market bubble will burst and the result in a financial meltdown. The bubble is a result of the U.S. Federal Reserve loose monetary policy, which has artificially inflated the stock market, according to Dent. He expects the S&P 500 to collapse by 86% in this crash, and the NASDAQ plummet by 92%. Now, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, okay, are two of the three major stock portfolios or stock, stock markets that people invest in. Okay, and the Dow Jones being one of them. Okay, it says the crypto market will go into a tailspin alongside stocks. The economists warn, predicting that Bitcoin will tumble 95 to 96% from its November 2021 high. Bitcoin will fall from 69,000 to about 3,000 to 4,000, he said, adding that it's exactly what Amazon and the dot-coms did. Dent points to what he sees as overlapping crises as the reason for his pessimism. The pandemic shattered the global economy in many ways, and we saw that firsthand. Okay, because what happened? A lot of people they couldn't go to work. All right, they couldn't provide food. All right, everything was delivery. Jobs was at a minimal, an all-time low. All right, people wasn't able to work. Okay, being able to pay off bills for the establishments. You see, so a lot of business went under, okay, and took that L. It says the pandemic shattered the global economy in many ways, leading to job losses and reducing consumer spending. Additionally, unprecedented inflation in most wealthy countries, and supply chain disruptions have sparked serious concern among investors and economists, forcing them to realize that this is not a big correction. It is a major crash, one that you have not seen in your lifetime, and the one that even the millennials will not see a bigger crash than this. Okay, and the millennials is going into, that whole recession time back in 2008, I want to say it was 2008, 2009 time frame. Okay, so they're saying that this one is going to be far worse. All right. And reading on, it says Dent cautioned about a third wave of the crisis coming, emphasizing that in his view is going to creep up on the Federal Reserve before they can reserve the tightening. We have not cleaned up the massive debts and overvaluations of the biggest financial asset bubble and everything. We have never had a financial asset bubble and everything like this. This bubble has not been allowed to burst and clear out its excess, which we need to do. And I think we are into that process now, Dent included. The economist expects a crash more like the 1929 to 1932, referring to the Great Depression, stressing that this is his best forecast at this time. Okay. And, this more than likely he's a devil, more than likely, he's an Edomite, but hey, he could be onto something, he might be onto something. He has the inside scoop of what's going on, seeing the financial outcome, and he's making a bold claim. Okay. Now, all we can do, is sit back and wait and see how this thing unfolds. But through the spirit, I believe that he actually might be onto something, because with everything, adding up to, everything is adding up. All right. All the math is mathing. All right. The debt ceiling limit come June, Fed now July. OK, potentially martial law by August, August, September timeframe. You see, and which means Jacob's trouble. OK, Jacob's trouble, by the end of the year. OK, that's what we see. That's what we believe. And then the scriptures talk about, the time is nigh, man, even before, even sooner than when we believe. OK, so it could very well Jacob's trouble start by the end, be in full effect by the end of the year, and the deliverance, come, sometime in, 2024, Lord willing, Lord willing, that be the case. All right. Because, hey, man, we're ready to leave. We're ready to get up out of here, out of this hell. OK. And since I said that, let me get this in Isaiah 51 real quick. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 14. It reads, the captive exile, that he may be loosed. OK, who's the captive? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. OK, so we're hastening the day for the Lord to loose us from this captivity, man. All right. And we foresee this place, coming to a screeching halt, in the upcoming months. OK, we see the gradualism. I just uploaded a video of, a vacuum to use to clean out a vehicle. They don't take coins anymore. And they only accepted a credit card or a debit card of some sort. You see, gradualism leading up to the the MOT to the B. OK. But I want to get Ecclesiastes, because you have doomsday preppers. You got, people that are pulling their money out of, all types of accounts. OK. For what? Essentially, it's not going to do anybody any good, man. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. OK, so you see, money is just a defense, man. Money isn't going to save you. You see, money is not going to save you. Having the faith in trusting in Yahweh Shem Shai is the only thing that will preserve us in that day. It says in Proverbs, 18 and 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous man runneth into it and is safe. You see, so, hey, we're safe through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. Not your money, not your 401k. All right. Your savings account, your emergency fund. You see, reading on, it says, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. You see, it says the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. All right. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You see, the strength of thy salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see, so, hey, knowledge and wisdom is what's going to help us be stable in that day, man. Okay, not panicking, not being in panic mode and worried about how we're going to eat, because the Lord is going to provide a way for us to eat, man. You see, money is not going to do anything for us in that day. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but unrighteous delivereth from death. You see, so riches will not profit anybody in the day of wrath, man. Okay, everybody's going to be on the same playing field, because when the economy drops and everything fails, these wealthy people are gonna feel it the most, because for so long they've been in living in comfortability, being comfortable, okay, with living a cush life, all right, because they got all these riches and all this money. When was the last time they had to suffer and struggle, okay, and worry about what they're going to eat or how they're going to fend for themselves? Never. You see? But now, and you got Jake. We're used to not having nothing, man. We're used to having bare minimum, not having a lot of money, man, struggling, But at the end of the day, what do we have, man? We have faith. And that's what we fall on. That's what we fall on. We lay on faith, man. We lie on faith, because faith is the only thing that's going to help us, man. Okay. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Okay. So through righteousness will deliver us from the death, man. And how do you become righteous? Okay. Even though our righteousness are as filthy rags, the best way to go about doing things is just to live by the ways of the Lord, man. Keeping the commandments to the best of our abilities. It says the elect will be righteous. The righteous will scarcely be saved. But we're gonna, Lord willing, we be of that number, man. The few 144,000, let's just say the elect, the remnant, and the 144,000, okay, that will be saved. We just want to make it in those doors, man. We just want to make it upon those chariots, man. That's it. Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 30. Let me just do this. Proverbs 30. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 2 or 7. Two things have I required of thee. Deny me, Salakia. Two things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Okay. Remove from us, the desire and the love of money and the things that has no benefit for us here, man. Now everybody likes to have a few extra dollars, for a little cushion. Okay. But when you start to live your life in ways to just trying to make money, trying to come up, trying to get rich quick, you in the wrong spirit, man. And the Lord has got a special place for people like that, man. Okay. In the midst of those missiles, in the midst of that fire. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. You see? So it says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Okay. The scriptures talk about being, therefore content, being content with what we have. Okay. The most important thing that we could possess is this truth. All right. But money is a defense. Okay. So obviously we need money to be able to buy food, have shelter, clothing on our back, a way to commute, to get from place to place, But we don't, that's not what we should be living our lives based on, is trying to hurry up and get money, man. All right? Because this money is about to go out the window. The US dollar is going to be it's no longer the global currency anymore, man. All right? It's transitioning to these other heathens. It says, feed me with food convenient for me. Okay? And the food there's a duality to that, man. You have the food, feed me with food convenient for me, in terms of physical food, the bread, okay, water, but really, the food being this word, man, this truth. Okay. It says, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. You see? So is one extreme to another extreme. All right. And we don't want none of that. We want to just be in the middle. Okay. And the Lord knows that. And he puts us in these situations for that simple fact. Okay. And then I want to get Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 and verse 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. You see, all these things come of the Lord. And if you have it or if you don't, hey, man, just know that the Lord ordained it for you to have it or not have it. Okay. But it says, verse 15, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Okay. So as long as we possess, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord, or of the law of the Holy Scriptures, okay, we're doing a good work, man. We're doing a good work. And the Lord is not forgetful. Let me just get it because I don't want to butcher it. In the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and 6 and 10, Salakia. Hebrews 10 and 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. So the Lord will not forget what we have done, okay, for serving him, making our bodies a living sacrifice, okay. He will reward us during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So this money thing it shouldn't mean nothing to you. If anything, the fact that this place is crumbling and the fact that the dollar is no longer, going to be a factor, you should rejoice, man, because think about it. How else you're not gonna be able to pay no bills. Okay. Nobody's going to have bills is not going to be a thing no more. Interest rates being at an all-time high is not going to be a thing anymore. Okay. Yeah, there may be inflation for a short season. Okay. But at the end of the day, man, everybody's going to suffer unless you have that hedge from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim pushing his word by the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. And until next time, shalom.